Yay!
By cut to commercial, I mean start the next segment now. I don't want to wait. I am excited now. Frank and Fishy. This fish has set such a tone. I also would like to, at some point, when you're ready for the arts and crafts and we do little clouds pinned all over the room, I'd like to give you a little lesson in sewing too at some point. This will be for a different video, not right now. But how important is Squishy Fishy here? This has been our favorite pillow for what, 2 years? Ever since we got Luna, it stayed. It was a Christmas present like 2 years ago, or at least 1 year ago. And right as I'm doing the Christmas videos, she eats it. And it turned into such a beautiful art project. Oh, it's so squishy fishy. You want
mine?
Yeah. Do you want to learn how to make these guys? You want to learn how to make these big squishy fishies? In any shape or design? See, my grandmother. Here, I'll go back to family history. My mom, Grandma Fox over there, who we've been visiting. Do you remember what she did when she was my age and a mom? Don't sit down, you can't be seen. Do you remember what my mom said she did for her career? When we were having story time the other night? I'll tell you since you're drawing. My mom was a kindergarten teacher. When she had me, she gave up the kindergarten for just the straight teaching. So I got a lot of creative design put into me, and then while my mom was working, I was left with her parents, her mom and dad, my Nana and Poppy.
Hey, look at my dad. Look. I did finish.
That is a beautiful geode.
They're my favorite D3 colors. Two of my favorite colors. And then I'm gonna do it one more time. Then I made that all by myself.
You guys watched it as the video started.
Okay. Now, number 2. This time I'm doing the pink one. I'm doing the exact same thing, but only with pink.
Yes.
I dub it in.
So, my grandmother was an incredibly talented, holistic health nut. She also taught me how to sew and knit. Not so much knit, just basic sewing is pretty much all I know how to do. I'm really good with a thread and needle. Dangerously so, almost. The concept that when Luna ate the squishy fishy, just knowing as much of a mess as it was to open the door and see the cloudy fluff trail go from over, it was a mountain of clouds. I wish I would have been in a better position to have done a video. It was so cute. It was a mountain of cloudy fluff. It overflowed the bed, it hit the floor, and it flowed down the floor, out the door, around the hall, through down the stairs, and it literally almost went right to the front door. It was the biggest, fluffiest conundrum I have ever seen. So I very quickly sucked up everything with a vacuum cleaner and cleaned it all up in about 3 minutes. And there's still such an overwhelming amount of fluff. Not only is Squishy Fishy overfull, but I still have, wherever I put it, standing on it. I'm literally standing in my mountain of more stuffy fluffing.
From the blanket.
From everything. Luna disembowels everything she touches, and it is the cutest thing. I really don't mind because it gives us all the ammunition we need, ingredients wise, for the art projects coming forward. Breathe. Breathe. Why would you get upset about it?
Feet living in my slipper, in my shoe, my dritty, and then 2 of my 7-minute dogs.
Yes, sometimes when we love someone,
Something.
we sacrifice something to love someone. That's the difference. Don't ask me about nouns or pronouns or verbages right now. I'm not there. There is a difference between a thing and a person. When we sacrifice our things for the sake of our loved ones, it creates moments of bonding time and memories that create the foundation of a healthy relationship. Kind of like right now. And I had this with my grandmother as she taught me how to make my own stuffed animals. And that turned into making my own superhero clothing. I was the only child growing up. I really, even to this day, keep to myself. I amuse myself with my own company. I'm very comfortable that way. Apparently, it's a good skill to have when something like COVID comes along and you don't really leave the house anyway and you don't really watch the news, and then you turn it on one day and you realize, hey, the whole world's living in the same kind of situation that you've grown up in your whole life. That's interesting. People are going to need help with the integration of how to adapt to these kind of environments. Back to what I was saying. My mom continued the trend. My mom got sick. That's a different video for a different time. Point being, my mom didn't have the energy to be the parent to keep up with me and enjoy our time together. My father was always working. And there came a time where 70-year-old senior citizens, again, can't keep up with a strapping, bouncing, young, healthy male who wants to be Spider-Man and at the age of 3 has been climbing on top of the roof straight up that antenna. I could do it before I could even walk, apparently. My parents encouraged it. I love it. I love them for that. So since my family didn't have the superpowers that I did, they gave me the super suits to at least keep myself amused and occupied and confident that I knew what I was doing while I was training myself by myself, raising myself alone. Curious for you, Anastasia, how does it feel to have really nice homemade food and pancakes when your tummy says, hey, I want that nutrients because we've been running around playing all day? You get some nice chocolate chip pancakes or some, what am I thinking, chocolate sweet potato cake.
What do you
The
say that?
muffins, Mom's favorite famous blueberry muffins.
Stop saying it. Stop
Right?
it.
It feels nice.
I like cupcake now.
The gingerbread ninja cutter cookies, those are coming too. No.
When do you not doing that?
It's on the content release
Yay!
calendar. You'll find out along with everybody else. Unless you're here working with me and you can do it as I schedule it in. Now. The other night, I guess to cut to the chase here, because we're coming into part 3, we did a very special coming of age ceremony for you. You're turning 11. On the solstice, Christmas, full moon, super solar flare that the Earth hasn't seen and felt, this kind of gamma radiation energy, the same type of stuff that made Bruce Banner into the Hulk in 6 years. The last time Earth was hit with this kind of love and energy frequency was 6 years ago when we all met each other. It all started literally almost right down to the day. So, how did you feel about the coming of age unicorn ceremony, where I gave you a religious baptism type thing with the mushroom ceremony, and we did your super suit? You became a young lady. You got your YouTube channel.
2.
And you became a hero guiding other young heroes. You are leading the next, crayons. You are leading the next generation of heroes. Far more superior.
I put it at D.
I will be able to. Part 3, 1 second.